And truth doesn't cause our hearts, I love him, to rejoice. You know something is wrong with us? We're mentally defected. Our ayan, our spiritual perception of Yah, it is thwarted, it is twisted. That's what it is. It is mentally deranged. We are mental misfits. And that's a fact. Our minds are not healthy. Our ruach is not healthy. If you don't feed, in the natural sense, if you don't feed your body with healthy things, your mind, I don't care what you think. Your mind, your body, the vessels, and your blood is a process of a tremendous flow of tens of thousands of miles of vessels, probably 1 million miles in our bodies. Isn't that amazing? They carry the nutrients to every cell that the cells may reproduce. Carry it to your mind. The mind must reproduce the cell just continuously. Little workers in there all the time. And if you don't feed your spiritual man with truth, then you're not going to reproduce, Yisrael. And that's why the enemy has done an excellent job of keeping us out of this. Not out of the gossip whorehouse, not out of the lie den, not out of the folly mind, not out of the laughter and the frivolity and the sporting. You love that. But we don't love truth. I want to proceed, all right? Hallelujah. I want to read this, and I want to really show us something in depth in Wayira. But I want to read this out of the book of Kepha, 1 Peter, chapter 1, verse 19. Hallelujah. We have been purchased and redeemed. We know that. Even Yisrael, even Yah says unto the Kohan, tell Yisrael, I want them to bring me a red heifer. Could it have spots in it? There could be no spot found in the red heifer to offer up the ashes unto Yah. None whatsoever. And Kepha speaks unto Yisrael, the scattered, the Hebrews. He says here in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 19. He said, we have been redeemed, not by our intellectual prowess. He said, but we have, Yisrael, the people of Yah, we have been redeemed but by the precious dam of Hamashiach, Yeshua, as a kesef, as a young lamb. He said his blood was without blemish. His blood was perfect. It was tomim, without spot, without blemish. And that same blood must be applied in us, upon us, and that same blood must run the courses of our bodies, Yisrael, because the life is in the blood. What does that imply? Well, all the microbiotics and all the nutrients that your heart needs is in the blood. The blood carries it. And our blood is carrying every kind of damn poison there is. It's carrying diseases to your heart. It's carrying tumors and cancers to your mind. Your mind doesn't think right. Your heart doesn't articulate Yah. It doesn't love Yah. But the life is in the blood. And the life of the power of Torah was at the dam of Yeshua HaMashiach. And because that blood isn't applied to our bosom, then our blood, which is full of every kind of wickedness, it is bringing those things to our mind, and we nourish our minds to do wickedly. We nourish our minds to rebel. We nourish our minds to dissent against Yah. Do we not? Hallelujah. I like this Yah. Preach to me this way. I like when he talks to me this way. I've never liked little rosy messages. I've never liked that. When Evangelist Hartsfield would preach about, I don't like that. He preached, I need that. Oh, yeah. I want to be cut every time we get dirty. When I leave from here, I need to take a bath, but I will not. We get dirty. You will too. You sweat, the stench, the poison. Your body detoxing, cleaning itself. It detoxes itself all the time. Your body detoxes itself. That's why you stink. You stink under your arm. You stink everywhere. And Yah's trying to detox us. You will know when Yah's detoxing us because you stink. Your attitude stink. You ever met someone, their attitude stink, and they think they're sweet? Dirty heifer. You fool of a man. Ain't nothing more dirty than that. They pretending like they're sweet. You ain't sweet, Jezebel. You're a damn liar. Man, you get out of my face. Ajal Barachim. Nothing more phony than that, is it? Just be genuine. If If you hot, just be hot. If you cold, just say I'm cold. Don't be lukewarm. Don't pretend with me, man. Don't pretend you love me and you know you don't give a damn about me. Just say, man, I don't care for you. Okay, that's straight. I have no problem with that. That's straight, man. That's all right. All right. I know what you walk when I see you. You know what I walk when you see me. So what's the deal? I can live with that. All right. Everything's all right. You won't have no problem with me. But it's the cloak of that facetiousness. We think we're getting by. Yeah. Israel said he doesn't see us. We can do what we want to. We're fools. He sees what you're doing upon your bed. He sees that. We're full of pretense. Hallelujah. He says, but we were redeemed with the precious blood of Yeshua HaMashiach, without blemish. He says, without spot, without smoom, without any kind of spot. There was no defects in the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach. He said it was Tomim, it was complete. What is Tomim? Tomim. Tomim is simply this. Tomim, without spot, spotless. Tomim. It is simply implied that it is thoroughly furnished. Every aspect of it, every characteristic is according to Torah. That's what it means. When Yah says, be ye perfect, he is telling us, I want you to be Tomim. I want you to be spotless. He said, I want you to be spotless. I want you to be in compliance with complicity as according to Torah. Your life represents that. Your life has the aura of that. And everything you do is based upon the living power of Torah. If Yeshua is real in us, we have that mind. He only operates by the revelation of Torah, and that is a spiritual revelation. Do you understand what a spiritual revelation is? Can I tell you, it is simple. It brings a liveliness in us. We are alive. We have the high year. We have the strength. We have the might. We have raised to the maturity of the definitive of the nature of that matter. That's how spirituality is. When people say they're the spirituality, they say, oh, I'm so happy. Come on. I chanted all day, so I feel better. I'm alive. Isn't that what it produces? Then what is being produced upon us? Israel. We know when sin is finished, it brings forth life, doesn't it? It brings forth death. Are we alive or are we full of death? You answer that one. Hallelujah. You answer that one. I would have you all to look at each other, but you're too ashamed to do that. You think Yeshua's not coming for a lively bride? We come alive for everything. That's a fact. When it comes to Yah, there's no life. Because of his Edah, I'm being honest with us, his testimony just isn't in us, Yisrael. We have a religious testimony, but it's not the power of his testimony. That we are complete, Tomim, complicit, according to Torah. How does this blemish, the spot, began to evolve in our lives? Zachain taught us, Yarameya, that the spot must be identified. And then there were those that would say, there's something wrong here. We don't do that today, Yisrael. The enemy has taught us well how to hide things, hasn't he? And that's why you hide it where? In your lebab, your mind, your heart. And it's hidden there. It's hidden there. Well, you can't talk to you. No, you know I will correct you. I will correct your ways. I say, no, you're the problem. There's not anyone that has ever come to me. I don't care what the situation was. I deal with one matter. You could bring her or him to me. I will deal with the sin of your heart and the sin of yours. That's what I deal with. You understand? It's easy for us to accuse someone, isn't it? How many of y'all ever accuse yourselves? I will. Todah. We never accuse ourselves of wrongdoing, do we? But we always accuse someone else. Don't we? Don't we? That's what we do to Yah. We accuse him. That's how we do it. So he brought us out the steps of this leprous mind, that this one little black hair, when it appears, that little spot is you. That little spot is you. He gave us instructions as to what we must do. Even in the book of Job, he tells us, what is sick among you? And we're sick. Shaul said, did he say many are sick? Many are, okay. He said many are sickly. Okay? We're sickly too. We have no spiritual strength, no spiritual vivaciousness. Hallelujah. Listen to me, Israel. I'm not going to spend time with my friends where we're all sweaty and smelling. I'm vivacious there. I'm enthused there. And believe me, when I come in here, there's a greater effervescence of vivaciousness. When I go in there in my office with them, I'm vivacious. They come in their office, they're vivacious. So I'm going to be vivacious and energized. It takes energy to do what we do. An enormous amount. You don't do that without a plethora of energy. And it takes a perseverance of will to do it, I'm telling you. So when it comes to Yah, I want to be more vivacious. So I'm going to preach this way. I want to express my vivaciousness, my energy, my enthusiasm with Yah. You that are listening, do you hear me? I want to express that. So that's what I shall do, Israel. Yah says that when there is a chali, a disease, a sickness, a death that caused death among Israel, it must be removed from the camp. You must get the diseases out from among us. Clean it out, Yah. That has always been my prayer. Hallelujah. I'm not saddened because a few people say, I'm not saddened. I'm going into the kingdom. It takes this to preserve me. You cannot preserve anything without heat. This put heat under us, doesn't it? Sure it does. And so the instructions unto Moshe Aharon here in the book of Vayira, Leviticus, chapter 13, verse 2. This is the identity of leprosy, and we must identify the torme among us, that which is unclean, that which is vile, that which is not of Yah. Leviticus chapter 13, verse 2. It says, what a man shall have in the skin, in his ore, the skin is our ore. It is what illuminates who we are. When a man's mind is healthy, then his skin will reflect that. When a man is conscious, his expression, his ore, will illuminate that. So the word ore, light, it is the same as skin in the sense it just depends if it's used as a verb or a noun in the vernacular of the Hebrew language. So our skin is the ore. It is the light. Was not Yeshua covered in flesh? Was not his skin the reflection of the light of Almighty Yah? Sure was. Sure was. He said, if a man have in his ore of his flesh, in his skin of his flesh, a rising, a scab, a bright spot, bohireth, a bright spot. And sin is always bright. Your arrogance, it shines brighter than your humility. Your foul nature, talk to me, Israel. It is the truth. Your stiff-neckedness, you can see that. It reflects the audaciousness of your hubris mind, your pride, that you can see. And it should be vice versa. We should see the beauty of Yah's his love. I like the way Yah brings this home, and he brings it here for me. If no one else, come on. He said, if you see this bright spot, He said, and it be in the skin, in the ore of his flesh, He said, like the plague of Sarath, of leprosy, this malignant disease, as Zechariah Rabiah spoke unto us, this vile, corrupt bacteria that cause one, even the skin, to change color. You can tell when something arouses one. You can see the reflection in their faces. They change their countenance. You can see them get darker or lighter. Sure it does. The principles of your work, Yisrael. We're just ignorant. We don't understand what we're dealing with because we're so natural. We don't look at things in the spiritual realm. Everything is found in this book. You don't get by. Not one bit at all. You may think you are, but you don't. He said, when that individual, when you see that, you that are Zakim, you that are elders, you see that, say, hold up. He says, then he shall be brought to a Haran and the Kohan, or to one of his sons of the Kohanim, those that are priests. He said, when you see that, when we see that in the midst, when we see this unclean nature, when we see this spot rising in one another, we see the filth of one's conscience, we say, hold up, Ochotza, let us get this thing resolved. We don't do that, Yisrael. He said, you let that one be brought unto a Haran. He said, the elders, the Zachain, those are Ochotza, you see that, we tend to say, well, we won't mess with it. No. That's why the disease is fester among us. And you're not healed. That's why many are sick. Many are asleep. Many of us are weak. Not a few, but many are weak and sickly, Yisrael. And that's the truth. You bring them to a Haran, as Azakim pointed out. And the Kohan shall look at the plague in the skin of the flesh. And when the hair in the plague, in this niga, in this plague, this disease, and the disease is a mark. Yah says, you have spots, but they're not the spots of the children of Yisrael. Can a leper change his spot? You can't even change his spots. Now, a leper can't change his spots. Can you get anything tough out of that which is wrath, that is evil and wicked? You can't get anything out of that. Can you get bitter water out of a sweet well, a cistern? Can you get sweet water out of bitter water? You can't do it. So we're bitter against God. There's nothing sweet in this people today. Nothing sweet in us. We're dirty. And it's sad that he has given us a spotless offering to redeem us. And we really just don't give a damn. We think we're getting by. We think because we smile and talk as though we are humble. It is the mitzvah, the works that will bring forth the excellence of his peri. As I read last night, hell, you can't find one widow that do what Shaul said. There be a widow among you that's taken under 60 some years old, that she must be one that take care of the Yisraelite Kedoshim, wash the feet of the Kedoshim, to take care. Hell, widows today, they watch televisions all day and get their monthly little stipend. They don't give a damn. That's what Yah says for them to do. That's the command by Yah. Hell, they're not going to wash their feet. You think they're going to wash someone else's feet? Huh? That she be not a burden upon the community of Yisrael. You understand? But that her service, it is a delight. Hell, widows today don't do nothing. They began to wax wanton thinking about a man. Hell, you stop it. 60 years old, come on, stop that, man. Come on, woman. Well, you know, I understand. Yeah, I understand. I'm a man, I understand. Come on. You can't even hardly walk, old woman. What are you thinking about a man for? Come on. That's the truth. It is the truth. You get upset all you want to. Come on, thinking about a man. A woman, get your heart right. 80-year-old, they're going to have a party for granny. Yeah, baby. You can't even hardly walk in, man. Get your heart pure. Get ready to see him. Your widow, wash the feet of the people. Visit the homes of the Kedoshim. Bake a loaf of bread. That's what you do. See what this world has taught the women today, and they're crazy as hell. That's why there are no husbands. It is right. Hell, a man doesn't want to love that. Your daughters, I love you, your bath. I just tell you the truth to prepare your heart. It is. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm being forthright. That's all I'm saying. I'm not belittling you. Now, if that offend you, then you have some canker in you according to that measure I've spoke. All right? You get ready to meet your master. You began to wax wanton. You began to wax evil against Yah. Then you want a man. What in the hell he's going to do? Huh? Come on, old woman. I will. You see what the world has done? They defy Yah. Give him Viagra. That's not of Yah. This one woman killed her husband. She said, I couldn't even stand what he was doing. You have a wife or husband, you're getting old, your beauty is the reflection of the maturity that Yah has granted unto you. That doesn't mean you abstain from those propensities. But that not should be the driven motive of you at all. There are things that are greater than that. Your life must represent something. It must represent something to the young daughters and the young men, man. Come on. You think you're holding something, you're not holding anything. You're not holding one damn thing, man. Come on, daughter. The reflection of your beauty should be teaching the young women the beauty of your life and what God has granted unto you. Even if I've never experienced that in that realm, there's a beautiful essence and a quality about me. I can teach you how to love. Hell, you don't even know how to teach them how to do that. Come on, man. You don't even know how to teach a young man how to love his wife. Hell, she wants a television over there. He's over there. That's stupid as hell. It's not Yah. He loves the television more than he loves her. She loves her. She loves as the world turns, as the whores lie. And she loves her fat bat biscuits, and he loves his cherry pot pie. Talk to me. You might as well. You that are listening, you might as well. Do we have anyone listening today, or have they all have you abandoned me today? All right. Hallelujah. We don't want to hear it like that, do we? We don't want to hear it like that. So the beautiful widows, they had a job to wash the feet. As Greta would say, wash the foots. And kiss them and take care of the house, that others will see the beauty of your charm. Hell, widows today, they don't do nothing. Go to the gambling casinos. Love Walmart and Kmart. Hell, they can spend all day in there. With a cane, barely getting around. I'm not mocking the widows. Yah shows what will bring life and strength to them. If the widows did that, they would have strength. They would have life. Hell, you don't have to get out here and run no marathon. Just do what Yah says. Get mad at me. I like that. I'm a warrior. I cut off heads. Hallelujah. That's what you do. Hallelujah. You have a man. You ought to love him. You're sure. He is so sweet. No man's going to be sweet like that. I know Yeshua, he is so sweet, yes, I know. Oh, the strong winds may come and the storm clouds may rise. But I tell the world, you don't tell nobody how sweet he is. Hallelujah. That's what we have done as his woman. We become wanton. We want other pleasures. That's why they went under every big tree and looking for a god. Damn every god, damn the gods, and damn every Baal the lords. Damn them all. Damn them. So they went out looking for a god. They're looking for something that would appease them. He brought them out and they built a damn god, did they not? Did they not build a damn calf as a god? That's a stupid damn god. That's a stupid god. We have built our gods. That thing we call tell the lie, we sit there all day. This God here, there ain't no God greater than the God of your belly. That's a greedy bastard. Sure he is. Sure he is. And he doesn't give a damn about you dying because he's going to get up out of there and find him somewhere else to go. We'll die naturally because there's no spiritual life to us at all. And that is the truth. Let me get a little farther down the road. I'm going to sit down today because physically I don't feel like preaching. Mentally, I'm sharp as they come. Hallelujah. I'm not going to stop because of you, all right? He says that the Kohan, you bring the one to Haran, the Kohan or the Kohem. Verse 13 of Leviticus 3, chapter 13, verse 3. He said, and the Kohan shall look on the plague of the skin and of the flesh. And when the hair in the nagal, that is what the hair does. It marks the spot of the disease. It's turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh. He said it's the plague of leprosy. When you see an ach and a chot, when you know that there's something deeper than that circumstance, there's something deep in them, there's something devilish, hellish, and wicked in them. I don't give a damn who it is. And they spread out. Go to that one. Go to this one. Go to him. Go to that one. You'd be surprised that these dirty bastards, when they leave from here, even the names I have up on the web, they call people, and they're just dirty dog. That's all right. I'm not going to fight against them because they can't beat me. Not even in that physically. You understand? They can't beat me. But that's what these dirty dogs do. But that's all right. I've talked to them. Oh, they've called me. I say, do what you have to do, man. I don't leave it at that. Hallelujah. So they spread it. She spreads it. She spreads it. You can tell when they get white because the mouth gets white, they get to talking. White mess began to form in their mouths. Talk to me, people. Lips get all chappy and white. You might as well talk to me. And the disease began to spread. So she goes to this one that has tumors all in them. Instead of them taking the healing lechem of Yah, the body of Yeshua, they eat from this putrefied stream of puke. And the tumors began to even evolve into larger tumors and get bigger. You go to this one and spread it. Go to that one. Go to that one. You must help me. Hear me. Shemach Yisrael. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you abandoning me. I'm not afraid of you being upset with me. I'm not afraid of that. Not at all. When my own natural family abandoned me, then there's nothing that anyone can do. What did you say, son? You're trying to be smart? Say it again. Say it. So those things don't even bother me. So I won't bid it all. They may bother you, but they don't bother me. Let me move on. All right. Can I move on a little further? I'm sure as we got to get this kind of money, we think we're going into the kingdom. You understand? Listen to me, Yisrael. In chapter 13, verse 3, and the Kohan shall look on the plague and the skin of the flesh, and when the hair of the plague, the negal, that is what plague it is, negal. It is a mark of a disease. Isn't that what the doctor looks for when one goes to the doctor? They examine the body, don't they? And they can tell what the deficiencies of the body. They can tell what this is. If this and this is wrong, then we must look at that. There's cancer. If that and that and that is wrong, then there's a tumor. So they can tell. You know, Yah has given them enough intellect to understand that. He has given every man the measure of emunah, faith. You understand, Yisrael? And so it takes someone that is skilled in the office of a Kohen, one that is spiritually wise, to tell us that we have a nega, we have a disease. You understand that? It takes someone that way. Hallelujah. Can I ask you this then? See how ignorant we are. When the doctor tells you you got colon cancer, do people believe the doctor? Sure they do. Do they say go get a second opinion? They get a second opinion, they say you got colon cancer. So if you don't believe me, go get a second opinion. Just go to the book. That's all you do. Ask Yah for revelation. Let me hear y'all. Go to the book. That's what the world does, doesn't it? It gets a second opinion. Do they believe what the doctor tells you? The doctor says you got to take this, this, and that. I tell you, you got to eat the lechem, the Torah, the bread of Yah. That's what I tell you to eat. You understand? I tell you what you eat and what you need to eat to get rid of that disease. Does not the doctor tell you we're going to put you on drugs? Well, hell, go down here to the crack alley and buy you some crack and just soothe away in it. You say, yeah,